But I mean, it seems to be fairly obvious when you get close to something, whether or not, like when it's a clue, you know? But it shows that I have a link to make, or just some new information. Oh, I have two links to make. Good Lord. All right, let's see. We have broken glass.
What a revelation!
Seems the photograph fell on the floor and Angeline replaced it. Fuck. And then we have cleaning rag and fallen soot.
I must act on
No.
thought.
We got the abandoned poker.
This will not get
No.
me any. I must take a different approach if I am.
Lord. Maybe that with the poker.
Magnifique.
That makes sense. It's forced open and looking at the poker, I cannot see a delicate way it could have been done. Who would do such a thing and why? Alright, well. Fuck it, let's go back up and speak to Angeline again. I see that like the last Poirot game we played, he still does not have too much speed to work with here.
The longer you're here.
Can I assume the photograph was cracked by accident?
How should I know? I returned to the room and father was face down on the floor. It must have been the burglar.
So it is your father that is the subject.
Isn't he handsome? I remember watching him sit for it. He kept looking across and smiling at me. The artist was getting awfully angry at him.
You have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Alright. Now, once again, that dialogue, slightly different than the last time we left, would seem to indicate that we're done with her. Now, I still haven't found anything else in here for a clue, but...
Really, officer, you are wasting both your time and mine.
Would you permit me to enter? Oh, I couldn't help but admire the handsome Monsieur in the portrait on the wall.
And what is your point?
May I ask of the subject?
You may not. Honestly, your prying is getting on my last nerve.
Would you permit me to enter the lounge?
Only if you are prepared to take Florette away.
It is an offense to incarcerate someone without suitable proof of misdeeds. I must question Mademoiselle Florette to gather her version of events.
If you will not do your duty and lock her up, then I must. She shall remain there, and I, the key holder, until she is led from the room in handcuffs.
Merci, madame. You have been most helpful.
Okay, well, let's go speak to Elizabeth. It would be nice if they had brought her inside with us.
Mademoiselle Elizabeth, I hope you are feeling less distressed now. I can assure you I shall find the guilty party and the bracelet.
Thank you, officer. Yes. All I want is for Florette to be heard.
Bien sûr. Rest assured she will get the fair trial she deserves. I wonder if you could help me with some questions regarding the house.
Of course. Whatever I can do to help.
There's sobbing coming from behind the locked lounge door.
When I left, Madame was with Florette in there. Surely she would not have locked her in. It must have been an accident.
Yeah.
Madame Vandenbosch should not be deciding her fate. Would you grant me access to speak with her?
I would, sir, but I don't have the key. There is a spare somewhere, though. Oh, how awful, the thought of her locked in there.
Do you have any thoughts as to where I may find it?
I'm sorry. Madame does not trust the staff with such knowledge, even me. Although I did overhear her once say it was hidden somewhere, close to her heart. Whatever that means.
I missed the thrill of solving a good puzzle. Perhaps the countryside is not as tedious as it seems. Did you notice anything else missing when you returned?
Now I think of it, I don't recall seeing her memento tin.
Could this have been what usually resides on the desk?
She holds her keepsakes from her father and other gifts or tokens in it. She has such a wonderful collection. She's very lucky. She normally keeps it close, but I didn't see it this morning.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been invaluable.
Okay. Cassandra holds the master key and Elizabeth confirms spare key. We have an unknown subject to give me the subject of the portrait, but we know who it is. It's her father. Where's the right, Cassandra. Do we not have that?
I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a...
Yeah, shut up. Confirm spare key. Valuables insured. So I can't connect. Oh, I see. They're separated by rooms. Well, that's weird. Okay, so Cassandra holds the master key. Elizabeth confirmed the spare key. Cassandra theft. Confirms theft. I mean, but I already had these two.
Is there something I am not...
Strange symbol. I mean, I'm not really... seeing... I mean, because if anything, I'd want to link... Because we know that the portrait is of her father, presumably Cassandra's husband. But... Because it's the same person that was in the picture in Angeline's room. But we don't have that picture on this mind map for some reason to connect it to. So, I mean... I honestly have no idea what I'm supposed to be connecting here. Okay, well, let's go speak to Angeline again about her memento. I mean, I have to assume that the key is something to do with that picture. Oh, I guess that is a different person in there.
The longer you're...
If you'll entertain my curiosity, would you tell me about your father?
Maman never wants to talk about him. She says it's too hard, but she acts more like she doesn't even care he's gone.
I'm sure that is not the case. It must have been very hard for her, for you both.
I miss him every day. He always knew how to put a smile on my face. I remember how much fun we would have, all three of us. In the summer, Father and I would play hide and seek while Maman read. She always helped me though whenever it was his turn to hide. I would stand in the gazebo, cover my eyes and count, and when I turned, he was nowhere to be seen. Maman would lower her book and flash a look towards his hiding spot. After I found him, he clapped and cheered as though I had won a gold medal. When I was hiding, it didn't matter where I was. He could never find me. I always thought I was an expert hider, but when I think back now, I know he was letting me win. He always said my smile was prize enough for him. He always knew just what to say.
I'm sure he would want you to be smiling today, even under such circumstances.
Can begin to see why he is so missed. It is a tragedy the loss. Oh, okay. The loving father and
You
husband.
have been of great help to my investigation, mademoiselle. I will do everything I can to find the culprit and return your bracelet.
Alright. And then you still want me to connect something in here. Mm. Yeah, I'm really not. Because it was after we talked to Cassandra last time, right? I think. Like before I went outside, I think is when the thing. Yeah, I really don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be connecting here. Um.
I must act on. Is there something I.
No, but clearly there's something I'm not fucking seeing.
Order and method. That.
Yeah, yeah.
I cannot see the logic in this.
I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to be connecting here.
Come,
And I
little
mean,
grey cells.
yeah, your little gray cells are fucking not helpful.
I must take a
And the thing
different
is, right,
approach if
is
I
the
am.
way that it works, odds are whatever I'm supposed to be connecting together doesn't have anything in between it. Because, like, so far, like, it always creates the lines, right? But none of the lines ever actually, like, go through anything else. And I mean, I can't. I mean, it's just a gold ring, so I mean. Oh, wait, does it say something on it? No, it doesn't. Connected to
This
the
will
bench
not get me
carving.
any closer.
Yeah, I mean. I'm really, really not seeing anything here to connect to. Like something else. And the worst part is it's not like I have. Like, I feel like I need to do that, right? Like, that there isn't anything else currently for me to do until I solve that thing because. Like, I'm not getting any more or I'm not getting any other dialogue options. I'm not getting. I mean, I want to investigate, like, behind the portrait. I mean, my only thing is that I have to connect this to get to move it along, but I don't fucking know
I
what it
cannot
is
see the
I'm
logic in
connecting
this.
here. And I feel like it's got to be something, like I said, it would make sense for it to be something that can connect to something without anything else being in between it. But I don't know
This will not get me any close.
what it could be.
I must take a different approach.
Yeah. And I really wish you would stop saying that. Find out why Cassandra accused Florette so hastily.
Come, my little Grace.
I mean, I really don't fucking know what I'm supposed to be connecting here. I mean, all of this is obviously like some connection, but like, I really, really don't know. Um, why? The thing I looked up, it does have like a walkthrough of what to do underneath, just like the thing. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna look it. Elizabeth confirms spare key. And interest in Shakespeare
Things are
apparently is
beginning
the
to
link I
become
need.
clearer.
Why? Why would I think those two things have any fucking thing to do with each other? Like, because she said close to her heart? But what the fuck? Like, I don't know that it's her that had the interest in Shakespeare. Her husband could have had the interest in Shakespeare. Like, I
Certainly,
don't.
officer.
Thus contains a great deal of literature. Are you all
Madame
keen
is the
readers?
one with the refined taste. Angeline and I are much more partial to a simple love story.
Aren't we all? Romeo and Juliet, the most famous of love stories.
I do enjoy it so. The passion, the romance. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. Madame has a copy upstairs in the main hall.
Merci, mademoiselle. Your assistance has been...
Because I mean, was talking to Angeline. It's like, oh, when we played, her mother would always be reading. Was that like the clue? But I mean, that would still like close to her heart. I don't understand why that would lead. Like, it still doesn't track to me. Love story I've written, and here's the key. Okay. Well, we just obviously unlocked those two. Oh, I don't have any links. Okay. I mean, she's right there, right? Like, she's gonna see me unlock the door and go in.
Finally, it is a...
What exactly do you think
Okay.
you're doing?
If I am to serve justice, I must be able to reach and talk with young Florette.
The girl is guilty and shall pay the price for her crime. I shall see to that. If you wish to listen to her feeble attempts to explain herself, so be it.
Everyone deserves to tell their side of the story, whether a feeble account or not.
All right. Last, I'm able to speak with the accused and hear a version of events. I still have a number of questions. Perhaps she may hold the answers. Can I interact with the window? No. I don't know what the window achievement is. I should probably look it up because it's something to do. And apparently there's two windows. I only saw one window up there, but what is this over here? All right, well, I guess let's speak to her first.
Mademoiselle Florette, I presume.
Please, officer. I did nothing wrong. You can't take me away.
Please relax, my dear. If you have done nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about. But it is my duty to investigate all avenues. Ah bon?
Relax. So you don't think I took the bracelet?
As of this moment, I cannot say. But answering my questions honestly will certainly help your case either way.
You are the accused. Why don't you begin by giving me your account of this morning?
I didn't even know it was missing till I got accused of taking it. Madame was so angry. She wouldn't listen to me.
There must be some reasoning behind her accusation.
How could I have taken it? I've been in town most of the morning. I was even late coming back. Then I was preparing breakfast.
So much to do. What exactly were you tasked with this morning?
Rihanna the cook is away, so I had to fetch breakfast for the house and prepare it all myself. How does she expect me to do that all on my own?
From what I understand of Madame van den Bosch, she would not have been best pleased you returned late for breakfast.
Not best pleased? I thought she was going to batter me to death with a baguette. I hid in the kitchen and then tried to stay out of sight in the lounge until breakfast was over. Didn't want to put my head near her jaws while she was still hungry.
Perhaps a brave move under the circumstances. And you did not go upstairs at all.
Madame was singeing a hole in the back of my apron with her glare. I daren't have moved. I was too scared to blink the wrong way. Never mind stamping upstairs.
In this morning's rain, I assume you would have hurried your duties?
I must just be slow, monsieur. My mother always said I moved like the snail. Maybe I was just happy to be out of the house.
Sorrow to believe you would risk catching cold in such conditions. Perhaps you were overcome by the volume of the tasks at hand.
I had a lot to do. I lost track of time. I wanted to prove to Madame I'm not the useless waif she thinks I am.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
All right. If I met young Florette, I should work to ascertain her innocence or guilt. We have a letter. Do not always agree with the telephone companies and their charges, but ignoring the bills will not make them disappear. Dear Madame, despite our best efforts to contact you regarding your account, we have not received any response from the previous correspondence. With that in mind, you are being served a formal notice of 30 days from today to make a full payment on the outstanding balance, or we will be forced to revoke your service. If you would like to discuss the matter or have any further questions, please contact us immediately. Poker stand without a fire poker is rather useless in my opinion. I mean, straight fire poker shouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, we know where it is. It's upstairs.
Aha.
Could spend my morning in front of Miss Albert's, I don't know what that word is, taking in the smell. But I see that we got a gray cell thing. Breakfast selection. Largely untouched. Yeah, the poker stand and the abandoned
Some would
poker.
say a lucky guess.
I mean, no, that one isn't really a lucky guess. And the poker was moved. And what's new here? We do have a link. So what's the new clue that we got? The final demand. Yeah, well, that one obviously links to the telephone.
I should not be surprised by my own.
Which created this link. I'm not surprised by telephone does not work, so financial responsibilities ignored and selling heirlooms.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Family must be in far worse position than I thought. I wonder if such desperation led to drastic actions. So Cassandra's desperate for money, and the valuables are insured.
What a revelation!
Cannot be coincidence that what is not being sold has been recently insured. With such coincidental timing and sharing the bracelet, there are still questions to be asked. All right. Oh, apparently I've got everything in that room and that room. But not in there or there, apparently. Well, the little check marks are nice. The initials EP suggest this is Elizabeth's. A nasty black soot smudge is apparent. Why would such a delicate item be used on such a stubborn stain? Which also created another thing. Oh, but not a link. Okay, that's fine. Oh, now we have a link, though. So this would be linked to the cleaning rag.
Things are beginning to be...
Perhaps the handkerchief was used to clean up what the rag did not. Okay, so we got to talk to Elizabeth about that.
Huh.
Wrap parcel completely soaked through. I hope it has not ruined the contents. So basically what I've learned is whenever I get a new clue, I need to fucking check it so that whenever a new link is available, although the package is addressed to E. Paget, there is no house address or stamp. How did this arrive? An amended mail suit is inside. A great deal of effort has been put into restoring it, perhaps as sentimental value. So that whenever, I need to make a link, I'll at the very least know what one of the things to link is. Slip for collecting a garment from Goossens and Company, tailors in town, dated today. Customer E. Paget, please bring this receipt with you when you come to collect garments. The requested alteration of amended sleeve from a torn shoulder, replace a button in the middle breast, and an inline tear in the right breast pocket. Will be completed by end of day Monday, available for collection Tuesday.
Oh.
I wonder who the wine connoisseur of the house is. A vintage like this would fetch quite a price. Okay, so we have a wine bottle and a collection slip, which would connect to one of these
Is there
two.
something... Some would say
There we
a
go.
lucky guess. I would...
Seems someone collected this by hand. I mean, Elizabeth, theoretically.
Magnifique.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure. Elizabeth must request Florette's assistance this morning, causing her to run late. I doubt Madame was happy about that. Anything else in here? Yep. To receive such a note of devotion and love must be Luc Piet. A secret memory from... I haven't even met the guy, and I already know a secret. To whom is love is, I wonder. My love, it is an obligation that has taken me a fine tooth. Okay. All items. And it does specify prologue. Taken me away from you, but it is my heart that will keep us together. My aunt is in much better health. Rest and some company has done her wonders. I hope to return to you and my duties at the house in a matter of days. Until then, keep well and know that you are always in my thoughts. What's new in here, though? Oh, over here. That's fine, though. It's just new. It's not a link. I got a secret for somebody that I apparently don't even know. Alright, well, I'm not seeing anything else. And I guess there isn't anything else. I've interacted with everything.
To show you I didn't do it. And madame, I need this job, monsieur.
Was it you who collected the parcel this morning while in town?
Yes. Another thing on my to-do list. I'm afraid it's not in the same condition as when I picked it up.
At whose request?
It was a favor for Lizzie. I didn't mind having to get it.
Merci. I shall take everything you have told me into consideration.
Okay. Well, let's go talk to Elizabeth next. Oh, although it seems like I have another clue. Okay. I'd rather talk to Elizabeth before Cassandra.